It's common knowledge that Warrior Cats has a lot of books. So many that if you were to cut that number in half, this series still wouldn't feel short. So what if I did that? What if I deleted half of them? Thanos snapped some books out of existence. How hard would it be if I had to choose which books survived? That is my challenge today. Here are the rules I'll be using. The criteria for whether a book deserves a stay is a mix of relevance to the Warrior Cats universe as a whole, the quality of the book, and whether or not another book that I'm already choosing covers similar material. I'm going to delete books proportional to their category, main series, super edition, graphic novel, etc. It would be too easy to just delete a bunch of novellas and call it a day. For odd numbers, I keep the majority. So for example, 45 main series books, I would keep 23. So let's get into those main series books. Obviously, these are going to be difficult as it's the main plot. How do you cut out half of that? There's a lot of filler, but not that much filler. Well, we can obviously start with Into the Wild. Kidding. Thankfully for me, Dawn of the Clans exists. The most skipped main series books. Very easy to just delete. While they technically contribute to the lore, I don't really like them enough to defend them. 6 down, 16 to go. Prophecies Begin is a pretty iconic arc overall. I don't think any book could go, but no one said this was going to be easy. I'm going to cut 2 books from each of the 4 original arcs. First, we must cut Fire and Ice. Wing Clan is cool, but we're going to have to assume they came back without much trouble. And stuff like Cloud Kit and Silver Stream can be saved for Forest of Secrets. Also, I'm going to cut Rising Storm. Most of the conflicts in this book are not unique to it. Greystripe being in River Clan resolved in Dangerous Path, and the resolution to Blue Star's decline also in a dangerous path. The main thing is the fire, but even the effects of the fire are mostly in a dangerous path. We don't need this one. Moving on to the New Prophecy. You can trash talk the New Prophecy quest all you want, but deleting any of those first 3 books is too much gone. Midnight introduces Squirrelpaw and Leafpaw. Yeah, kind of important characters. Moonrise brings the entire tribe into existence. Love 'em or hate 'em, they are far too woven into Warrior Cat's lore to ignore. And Dawn. While having the weakest argument, it still has the Prophecy Cats returning and the entire clans moving to the new territory. It would be weird to time skip the only time in Warrior Cat's history the 4 clans switched locations. Now Starlight and Sunset? Yeah, we can delete those. We lose a couple major events, like Hawkfrost's death and the Mudclaw drama, but don't worry, we can make up for that later. Twilight is by far the best book to keep for the new territory, with the important events of Leafpool's Forbidden Romance and the Badger attack included. Power 3. The site absolutely has to stay for its thorough introduction of J-Paw, and also by page count being one of the longest main series books ever. Dark River and Outcast get deleted though. I don't think I have to explain the traveling book, and Dark River, while having the tunnels, is useless in comparison to those last 3 books. Eclipse has a long and epic battle along with introducing Soul. Long Shadows introduces the Ancients, and of course has the fire scene. And Sunrise, while not my favorite book, is super significant in showing Holyleaf's downfall and having Leafpool come clean about her being a mother. Home of the Stars is more straightforward. Fourth Apprentice, while introducing Dovepaw's power, is a traveling book with a conflict that has little bearing on the rest of the arc. Bye. Inside of the Moon, also a traveling book. Meanwhile, Fading Echoes gives us the proper introduction to Ivypaw and the Dark Forest plot. Night Whispers is the only book with a Flametail perspective. The Forgotten Warrior has lovely Holyleaf. And The Last Hope, well, that goes without saying. A Vision of Shadows, I'd like to just cut in half. We don't need that other stuff. Now it's a Darktail arc, as it always should have been. Broken Code. I'm gonna keep the odd-numbered books. Books 1 and 3 advance the imposter plot forward far more than 2 and 4 do. And Book 5 has them visiting the Dark Forest. Pretty important stuff. As for Book 6, I don't wanna. I hate this book. But fine, I'll keep it. It is the resolution to Ashfur's story and all that. And finally, A Starless Clan. I am out of books to keep. Sorry. For super editions, I did not have as much trouble deciding which books to cut. Firestar's Quest introduces SkyClan, super important. Bluestar's Prophecy is probably the most read super edition in the fandom, including a long list of fandom favorite cats like Mosskit, Snowfur, Pinestar, Thrushpelt, and Goosefeather. Both are easy keeps. One Star's Confession and Leopardstar's Honor retread events we already know, easy deletes. Telstar's Revenge is widely praised, and includes one of the fandom's favorite ships in Tell Jake, gotta keep that. While SkyClan's Destiny felt like nothing was really going on, delete. Yellowfang's Secret and Crooked Star's Promise have very messy plots that only make sense if you're really going out of your way to make up for the details the authors didn't care to include. They do have their fans, but not me. Delete. Squirrelflight's Hope introduces the sisters, has a massive amount of drama, shows Leafpool's death, and shows the StarClan trial system for the first time. Very necessary keep. Tigerheart's Shadow and Hawkwing's Journey are pretty important supplemental content for the A Vision of Shadows arc. Keep. This is the better A Vision of Shadows. Graystripe's Vow is kinda good at fleshing out lore of the original territories with Blood Clan and Warrior Clan, and it connects to the Broken Code a little. I think it's worth keeping. Mothflight's Vision isn't the best, and it wouldn't make sense without Dawn of the Clans. Delete. One left. Bramblestar's Storm and Crowfeather's Trial could be interchangeable, I suppose. Bramblestar does more for connecting the timeline between Deathwing Silence and A Vision of Shadows, but Crowfeather's Trial has Breezepelt. Wait a second. For graphic novels, our list is rather short, but strangely hard to delete some. Graystripe's Adventure has to stay, as it's good to have an explanation for why Graystripe randomly comes back with Millie. Ravenpaw's Path can go though. I do think he is vital to the fandom, but thankfully he has a novella that does more for his character than this one did. SkyClan and the Stranger will be one of my more strange picks, but we need more SkyClan somewhere. And Soul is a cute baby, I want to keep it. Scourge is iconic. Even though his story is so short, it's still so important. While Sasha, yeah, no thanks. It's widely criticized for its art, and the story doesn't do anything incredible. Feathertail's book is great, a much better exploration of Leopardstar's character than a certain other book. Considering we deleted Starlight, Winds of Change actually feels pretty necessary. And since we've already picked 5, that means Exile from ShadowClan has to go. I actually think the book subtracts from Warrior Cats by walking back Nightstar's personality from Arc 1. And A Thief in ThunderClan is cute, but doesn't have much substance, so I'm fine with it being deleted. Finally, the novellas. I'm going to go by individual stories instead of by collection, because as important as Hollyleaf's story is, I really want to be sure Cloudstar's Journey and Misty Star's Omen are deleted. Cloudstar is just a slower telling of events already explained in Firestar's Quest, and Misty Star's book is just her throwing a fit about Mothwing. Leafpool's Wish is pretty significant, even though it's hateable at certain points, and Deathwing Silence is a super important epilogue for The Last Hope. Tigerclaw's Fury, we can do without. It explains how he rose to power in ShadowClan, even though it's already pretty easy to understand in the original books. Redtail's Debt is a much better Tigerclaw story. Ravenpaw's Farewell is pretty important, because otherwise we wouldn't know he dies, and since I deleted his graphic novel, we need Ravenpaw content somewhere. I hate Mapleshade's Vengeance, but at the same time cannot deny its impact, so it should absolutely be kept. Out of the 4 novellas that cover cats from the Bluestar's Prophecy timeline, yeah, there's 4 of them. I will choose Goosefeather and Redtail, deleting Pinestar and Spotted Leaf. I don't hate Pinestar's story, just think that Goose and Red have more interesting backstories. I'm deleting Thunderstar and Shadowstar's books because I've already deleted all of Dawn of the Clans. They have no ground to stand on anymore. Tawnypelt's clan will be saved because I've deleted 2 other tribe visits, so I'll throw them a bone. Also, it doesn't hurt to have the Shadow Kit content. Tree's Roots has to be saved, because I may or may not have cut out a lot of Tree's content in the main story. Pebbleshine's book is kept because it actually has a bit of StarClan lore tucked into it, and having it cross over with Tree's book is kinda nice. Mothwing's Secret is spared for the same reason Mudclaw's graphic novel was. We lost too much of our story from the new Prophecy cuts. Blackfoot's Reckoning is banished completely. I hate that book. Spotfur's Rebellion just repeats a lot from Lost Stars and Veil of Shadows, so she gets deleted. And finally, Daisy. I wanted to save Daisy because I do love Daisy, but we are unfortunately out of space. Goodbye, Queen. For field guides, well, I don't really care. I wouldn't feel any different if we deleted all of them. Ultimate Guide is an updated Cats of the Clans, and Enter the Clans is a compilation of code and secrets, so we really only have 4. I don't feel strongly about any decision here, so I'm just going to go with Secrets and Ultimate Guide, because Code and Battles don't follow canon as closely. So that's it. Half of Warrior Cats deleted. Obviously, I've deleted a whole bunch of major books, because obviously more than half of Warrior Cats books are important. So just keep in mind that this is merely hypothetical, and I don't actually want people to forget about Dawn of the Clans or anything like that. Just, if I was forced to choose, you know? Feel free to yell at me in the comments. Alright, bye everyone!